guys, the Super Review Show for another episode of Why You Should Listen To. This is the show where I basically tell you, look, this artist is just that good. You have to check out this artist because their music is timeless, it's great, and it's incredible on record and live as well. This is where I'm going to be talking about Talking Heads. Talking Heads is one of those bands that had a lot of success in the late 70s into the 80s, and then they disbanded in 1991. But David Byrne, their lead singer and phenomenal musician, truthfully, and an artist too, I'll get to him in a second, but his music is incredible. Talking Heads is one of the best new wave bands that ever was, truthfully. I have two of their albums I want to show you guys. The first one is called Speaking in Tongues by Talking Heads. This album has such songs as Burning Down the House, Making Flippy Floppy, Girlfriend is Better, Slippery People, I Get Wild, Wild Gravity, Swamp, Moon Rocks, Pull Up the Roots, and This Must Be the Place, Native Melody. The only really songs that I truthfully know by heart on here are Burning Down the House and This Must Be the Place, Native Melody. I mean, this album is honestly a really solid record. I have listened to it from start to finish, and it is a whole trip. It's incredible. David Byrne worked his butt off with records like this. This came in 1983. And honestly, incredible record, truthfully. But I have a second one as well. More people are going to know this one, I feel like, by the album cover. But this is Talking Heads Remain in Light. Talking Heads Remain in Light has really the only one big hit on it was Once in a Lifetime, which everyone knows. And you may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. You know that one? That's on this record. Remain in Light. And their covers, they were a really unique band back in the early 80s and into the mid 80s too. But this album was it's produced by Brian Eno, who also produced U2. They just with such songs as The Great Curve, Cross-Eyed and Painless, Born Under Punches, The Heat Goes On, Houses in Motion, Once in a Lifetime, Listening Wind, Seen and Not Seen, The Overload, and that's it. This is an original pressing of Remain in Light. Talking Heads Remain in Light. Now so those are the only two albums I have by them. I don't have the one with Psycho Killer on it because everyone knows Psycho Killer. You know what I mean? That one. Truthfully, Talking Heads is one of those new wave bands that just was dominant on airwaves for a long time. I mean, I'm 23 years old. I'm saying that. How can you say that if you weren't alive back then? I do my research, and I have parents that also say, this is what was hot back then. Definitely check it out. It's okay. So I got Talking Heads stuck in my head, and I really liked them. Truthfully, they're a new wave band, and they sounded really, really, really cool. Truthfully, David Byrne does also his show on, he's their lead singer. He has a show on Broadway in New York City called David Byrne's Utopia or something like that, and he performs all of these songs on stage. With a different band, a different guy. But Talking Heads was his baby. That's what rose him to fame, truthfully. And he did a fantastic job with Talking Heads. I'm surprised that there's not more videos with Talking Heads on YouTube. Wild Wildlife is a great song. The Psycho Killer, as I said. This is a really great band to get into. If you like new wave stuff, you like early U2, NXS, Psychedelic Furs, stuff like that, Talking Heads is a great one to get into. They're more of the main or Tears for Fears, Depeche Mode, the new wave bands coming in from 1980 to 1985. Such great music, all around fantastic stuff, truthfully. And Talking Heads was definitely on the very, very, very prominent side of that as well. I love Talking Heads. I think they're a great band. I want to go see David Byrne's Utopia show one night when it's on Broadway. I'm sure it'd be amazing. But Talking Heads, I said, I'm surprised there's not too many more videos of them on YouTube. That's why I figured, hey, why not put content out there that's not on YouTube? Here you go. But Talking Heads, why should you listen to Talking Heads? Because Talking Heads, they're no longer a band anymore. David Byrne's on his own. He tours. He might tour on his own. He also does stuff on Broadway. As I said, his Instagram is just art that he takes pictures of, and he's a very visual guy. He's a very unique guy. But his art is great. He actually, not a painting, but he takes pictures of stuff, and he posts stuff. And check out his Instagram page, David Byrne Official. He's great. He's a really cool guy. He's a little quirky back in the day, but he really has stood the test of time, and he made great music, such from Talking Heads. But that's why I think you should listen to Talking Heads, just because they're just that good of a band. They are truly, their music is timeless. It sounds like the 80s, but it's still timeless in that sense, if you know what I mean. So, anyways, I digress. What do you guys think? Are you a fan of Talking Heads? Jump down in the comment section below. Are you happy that there's finally videos of Talking Heads stuff on YouTube? Jump down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts on this video. But for all of you, why you should listen to videos, keep it locked on the Super Review Show. The J-Man. It's off to rock.